you live from YB Recording. It's The Edge with Joe and Alex. Welcome to The Edge. Tonight we're in here with Blanco Diablo. Guys, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey.
We just had a hell of a conversation before the show started. Awesome first song, man. No More Promises.
Thanks.
I love the whole album, guys, man. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
First, I want to introduce you guys. Just go around the table and introduce yourselves. Tell us what you play.
I'm Patrick Jason, the bass player, and do some singing in the backs.
I'm Jamie Ray, do guitar and vocals.
And I am Jefferson Nunnery, drums and some backing vocals.
Cool, very good. You guys are here tonight to well, basically, you want to show off your whole volume of records that you have out.
Sure.
And but the new one is Attack the Fire, right?
That's it.
All right. How long ago did you guys do that?
We recorded that in the UK a couple of years ago, and it took a little bit to come out because the label was trying to get off the ground, so to speak. So once that happened, the wheels started turning, and the record got released through Sony ATV and Dark Lord Records, and it's now on iTunes. So if you can't find it on the website, go on iTunes or Amazon. Check it out.
Now, you said you recorded in England, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? I mean, how did that whole experience come about? Like, do you guys how did you get to England to record it?
Well, we just asked, that's a funny story. The one influence that we all kind of came together on was Thin Lizzy, Thunder and Lightning's record.
Okay.
And we were talking about, it was our second album, and we were talking about who do we want to produce this record? Do we want to try to get a producer? And we was like, well, let's just, we like this record, who produced it? Well, Chris Tangrides. Well, let's just ask him.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And
if you don't ask, you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And we shot him a line, and he was incredibly receptive, and we struck up a bargain, and the rest is history.
It just flew over.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, what was like the atmosphere over there compared to like here, as far as doing recording here? I mean, you guys have recorded here,
Sure.
and over there. Like, what's the big difference?
It's really amazing because and the to go back just a little bit in the band's history, and Jeff can talk a little bit about this. The way we first went over to the UK, and I'll let him get to that in a second. But to answer your question, the neat thing about recording over there is that you have a full, like, your sessions. You're not running away from the studio to try and book time to come back during the week and all that sort of stuff. You're living, breathing, in an environment where from A to Z, you're living, breathing the record, the writing of it from the time you get up till the time you go to bed.
Nothing's but the recording of the record. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is definitely a 10 times better atmosphere to be in because it's all about the music.
It's huge, and with Chris's vibe that we've had with these last two albums, I mean, he brings definitely brings a sense of professionalism, but also as for us as artists, it gives us a lot of room to sort of like rely on a certain amount of confidence that we know that we can trust with him.
Things you wouldn't be like when it's a new guy, you wouldn't be able to just.
So you're not really worried about the process as much as trying to get your creativity out, as pure and run as hard as you can go while you're there, doing your thing. But going back before that, the cool thing about it was we had started on a really grassroots level. And Jeff can talk a little bit about that because that was really
I definitely wanted to get back to that. I just
yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask you. That was the next question, actually.
Yeah.
When did you guys first start out? Like, what was how did you guys come together?
Somebody walked up to me. I was working in a music store in Charlotte, and one of our first guys that was in the band playing bass introduced me to Jamie.
Okay.
And I heard some stuff that Jamie had been doing, and I knew immediately. I'm like, this kid's got it, man. This is what. And I just moved home from Boston. I'm from North Carolina originally, but I've been in Boston. So
okay.
I heard him play, and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. Very aggressive out of the gate. I don't think that Jamie or myself were gonna play around with
You kind of knew what you wanted and you were going to go for it. Yeah,
well, we kind of knew a general idea on what we wanted. We knew that we didn't want to sit still. We wanted to either, go down in flames or go down in flames. Either way, it was gonna be a killer ass ride. Regardless. So, within months, we had my brother married a chick from England, and I was over there for the wedding, And I just mentioned that, hey, I'm in a rock band. And we'd only been together probably a couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in a rock and roll band in America. And they were like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You guys need to come and play over here. And I went, okay. Totally, I'm working them, as best I can. And 7 months later, we were in England playing the Cavern Club in Liverpool. And pretty ballsy thing. When we signed the record label, they hated it. They didn't like us going to England. They didn't understand why we were doing it.
But,
We didn't understand it. We knew at the time what we wanted to do.
We knew it felt right.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a big
what
part
we've
of it.
always went with is just a gut feeling about whatever decisions that we've made as a band. And like when I first met Jeff, like I knew his intensity level, just like with Patrick, the intensity level matched the creative aspect of the band. So. It's a really big part of it when you're going to jump on the road, when you're going to go overseas, when you're going to, it's all hands on deck. You go big or go home. You know what I mean? So,
The answer is always yes.
Yeah.
Can you do this? Yes.
Yeah, but I mean that's a great answer to have.
The biggest risk is not taking one.
Yeah,
Period.
Or delaying. You have like, well, let me talk to the guys. Let me see. I'll call you tomorrow, and in 24 hours, and I'll let you know, and I'll contact and see. No, no, it's yes, yes.
We'll be there, definitely. Yeah, but that's because I even trying to set this interview up, you guys, because I talked to Joe and I said, well, I said if they can do it. He said, oh, they can do it. And it was like perfect. You guys are here, man.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Yep.
And it's a pleasure to have you guys. Thanks again for coming out here.
Thank you.
Thank you for
You guys
having
are
us.
busy this week. We'll come back with some more questions, but I want to do another song. This song is called Combination. But can you give me a little background on the song?
Combination was actually came together just like on an acoustic guitar, and I was demoing stuff at home, and I was actually going through a pretty rough time, like personally for me, going through a divorce and that kind of thing. But that's when you're a creative person, that that's how things come out in words and chords and song structure and that kind of thing. And I just went with it, and we worked it up into a song in rehearsal, and it was good. And it turned out to be a great fun song. And every time I hear it, like it really really like hits me, because it's we just there's just a lot of passion in all of these songs,
Cool.
especially
Cool.
that one. So
All right, here it is. It's going to be a combination.
Stitch up the pocket and swallow the key. So satisfied to see I get no relief. Use of my freedom, but I'm not a slave. A predator taken down by the prey. Why do you listen and dumb and naive? You hold the sky with the
back with the Edge with Blanco Diablo. Guys, awesome job on that song, man. It's just got a rocking sound to it, man. Like I said, I like you guys.
Her little Thin Lizzy at the end there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh,
I want to know where the name came from.
Well, Black Sabbath was already taken, though, wasn't it?
I know.
White Snake was already taken. Deep Purple.
Yeah.
No, actually, kind of a weird story. I was in the process of trying to figure out a band name, and was in a bar in Charlotte with a friend of mine, and sat down at the bar, and I had this piece of paper with all these all these names. Like, I was trying to put these two different names together and just seeing what worked and what felt right and whatever. And I came across Blanco Diablo, and of course it's backwards, and that says a lot about me anyway. But
I think we're all a little backwards, you know.
But I happened to be sitting next to a Native American, and I didn't know at the time, and I was just nudged him. I was like, "So, out of these names, which one do you like?" And of course, he picked Blanco Diablo.
How Blanco Diablo?
So, after that, I figured it was just meant to be. I might as well just go with it. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So,
That's the way to go.
Face, yeah.
You use them,
Paleface.
smoke them peace pipe. Use Blanco Diablo.
I did the same thing with an old band that I was in. We were trying to figure out a name, and the drummer and the singer, Carolyn and Richie, we were at an Italian restaurant, and we took the placemat and ripped it up into little pieces, and everybody wrote words, and we stuck them in, like we got a bowl, and we just started putting them on the table and grouping them until we came up with Creamsicle Spiders.
It's nice. Yeah, that's a good album too.
That's an
I
awesome
definitely,
name.
yeah, Creamsicle Spiders. All right, now this next question. Are you ready?
Sure.
And I want each one of you to answer. How would you describe your band for like somebody who's going to go out and buy an album? That stumped you, didn't I?
No, you got me. I would say heavy, just heavy rock,
Okay,
classic.
cool.
I would definitely say a classic sound. I would say if you like melody and you like good high energy rock and roll, something that you could get on an open highway and not think about it. It's going to make you drive a little bit faster than you probably would.
High octane rock and roll.
I love it. Hey, it's what it is.
It's to sum all that up, it really is snarling fire piss rock and roll. That's what it is.
I like it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Driving.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely driving music, man.
Definitely.
Something you throw in the car and just cruise, man. Have
Some
a
you
good
get a
time.
speeding ticket too.
You got it, man. Which is always
And
good.
have, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm going to get one on the way home just for the hell of it. Let's see.
You can in Gibbsboro.
Yeah, I know they'll pull you over here in a second.
Well, then, yeah.
What is your writing process like as far as the music goes? Does like one of you start out with something and then go for it, or you just get in a room, or how do you?
Well, usually, I mean, it can happen in a lot of different ways. I know one song that was really cool that off the record. There was a couple off the record that kind of came up like. Bring in a riff, show it to Patrick. Patrick's like, "Oh yeah, do this bass line," and then me and him will sit down and work out like little arrangements and stuff. And then, then the three of us get together and just kind of pound it out, work out a song structure or an arrangement. Especially our first album. Our first album is it's out of print right now, but we'll be putting it out next year and in a really cool. Deluxe thing that we've kind of been working on in the back of our mind to
Cool.
celebrate some things, but as far as the history of the band. But usually it starts out with a riff and then we work on vocals and it just sort of evolves and we just kind of keep demoing things in the rehearsal room and that until we work it up to something we like.
Okay. Yeah, like when you when you go into a studio to record something, like to record a new album or a new project, whatever you got going, do you go in there with all the songs written, or do you catch some shit as you're going along?
A little bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, because it evolves, doesn't it? I mean, it.
Well, that's what I would think. But a lot of bands we interview, they have everything down and just go in and bang it out. I think that would kind of take away from the record if you did that.
Well, I think our last two records, again, we've worked with a producer, and you got to trust him to bring out the best of you. And that's the one thing with Chris. He has that knack, that ability to bring out the best in us.
Okay.
But as we go, we also realize this part can be better, that part can be better, and it's always pushing us to be better. So you got to kind of have an open mind. You just can't be rigid and go, this is how the song is, this is how we've structured it, blah, blah, blah. So we want to, have the opportunity to make these songs as good and as strong and as kick-ass as they can.
You actually, you learn as you go. Your first record, you probably, and I don't know, I can't speak for any other bands, but first record, you try to do as much pre-production as possible. You're behind the 8 ball. You don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm out of fucking cash, blah, blah, blah. And then as you learn how to go in there and write music with each other and how you get your sound, your voice, and you're honing in on that, you start to say, okay, we can do pre-production, but let's give us room to breathe because this could evolve. Mm-hmm. We know the challenges that we're going to face each other, and maybe we're doing that to each other in some weird some weird conscious level that maybe we don't want to throw everything into the pot right now because we might need to save some room for something that happens in the room. You learn as you go. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be the best way to go. I mean, that's what you're doing the right way. Because that's like I've heard different bands talk to, because Joe's one of them guys that he's a producer. Like when he's doing an album, he knows exactly the right little thing. To throw in there.
Trust the producer. Trust them. I mean, it's
part of the team.
Accept and learn from critical feedback. I've been saying that a lot lately. And if you trust a producer, if you trust an engineer to say, okay, well, what do you hear? And really, if it's somebody that's not as versed in that particular sound or not as versed in that particular genre, maybe they hear something that you just might not grasp at that particular time.
Yeah, because when you're set in your way.
And when you're behind the 8 ball, when you're looking at a clock, when you're doing whatever in the hell you have that's distracting you, those are moments that you're never going to get back. You might not even hit the room. So trust who's in the room with you. Absolutely.
Cool. Well, let's see what kind of trust we got with this next song. It's going to be Monster.
Yep, Monsters.
Monsters.
Yes.
Tell us what's the song about?
Scary.
Something goes wrong. Look under the bed.
Well, it's I love that song particularly because of it's got such a heavy Sabbath, rootsy kind of gutsy sort of vibe. There's an underlying current actually from the first record all the way up until this latest record, where we kind of have fun with sort of a swing meter, a swing time type of thing. And I don't know, if you listen to stuff, you'll kind of pick that out. But that's one of those songs that has sort of that trademark thing that we do, and in terms of the meter and the groove, and then the heavy Sabbath thing. It was just big, dark, scary, fun song. You know what I mean?
All right, if I need one of you guys to hold me during the song, are you willing?
Come on over.
Come here, big man. Come on.
Get on over here, little boy.
Well,
climb up on my knee.
We're waiting.
All right, let's play that song. Monsters. Hey, we're back with The Edge. We have Blanco Diablo in the studio with us tonight. I got to take a moment out here to thank you, one of our sponsors. And if you guys need a tattoo, any kind of cover-ups, anything like that, piercings, whatever you need, this guy's a madman, Mr. Chico Crow. And it's Chico's Crow's Nest down in Wilmington, Delaware. You can reach him at 302-475-6805. Go Chico. So, hey, guys, how you doing? You want to get a tattoo tonight? We'll tell him
Go
say
Chico.
Yeah. Chico's the man.
And the man.
Chico
is
and
the man or and the man?
That was the TV show that Chico was on. Yeah.
Okay.
For a little while. Yeah. He's dead. He's dead, too. Chico's dead.
Yeah.
That Chico.
That Chico.
This Chico's alive and tattooing people all over the place. He likes the naked
That's
women.
better than the alternative of being dead. Tattooing
Yes.
people, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Nothing worse than a dead tattoo artist. So where the hell are we at, guys? What are we talking about? I wanted to get to some of these people that you've opened up for and you've played with and some of your tours. Give me some tour stories, man.
Shit. Wow. Oh, shit.
I mean, the way I usually put it is give me the most rock and roll thing you've ever done.
Smoke weed with Doug Pinnick.
That's awesome.
That was fun. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, God, man.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Everything. Every
Shit.
Like,
Wait, what was his name again? Doug Tornicek? Yeah, he's a good dude.
see what I mean. NAMM, obviously, earlier this year we went out to the NAMM show. We went, the times that we've been to the UK and done festivals. I mean, we did, the first big festival we did in the UK was, how many people was it at that thing, Jeff? It was like thousands of people there. An outdoor festival, and the Cavern in Liverpool opening for Tom Kiefer. I mean, we're right here in Philadelphia. I mean, what a freaking treat that was to open up for him and the Winery Dogs, and having having Mike Portnoy come out and check us out playing Cold Gin at Soundcheck.
Yeah,
That
cool,
was,
man,
that was,
cool.
I mean, just stuff like that is just amazing to me. That people are, just to know people are paying attention and checking it out. And it's just a
Definitely,
great
man.
experience.
Definitely seems to be resonating with people.
Yeah, I'm now the other question, which I already know the answer but I want to see what you guys think. What do you think the big difference is between England? I mean, well, even overseas anywhere, and America with the way the people are just. I mean, it's so drastically different with the music.
There's too many politics in radio here, obviously.
Yeah.
Overseas, whether you're in you don't find a lot of politics. You just don't.
And I think they're more responsive.
They are more responsive.
They're open. I don't want to say more open-minded, but they just seem to be more responsive to the fashion of music that we're playing.
Absolutely, it's interesting in Wales. There's literally a pub, and on both sides of the pub are sheep farms. And when Blanco Diablo plays there,
I like sheep farms.
And
so do they.
the sheep are scared.
We got scared when we saw your
packed.
bellies.
It's packed in
The
there.
sheep are always nervous when Joe's
And they respond to it well, and it's packed in there. And there's really a great community of musicians, and they walk amongst themselves, and they're always interested in what you're doing. They're always interested in why you're going over there to play.
Yeah.
They're always interested in it, and it's a strong. I'm probably going to catch a bunch of shit for this, but it's a stronger community over there.
No, I think it is too. I mean, which is I think people get in cliques in the United States where they're like one band and that's it. They'll just follow that one band.
Yeah.
And
Instead of
it's
having a more
really
open
cool.
ear.
It's really cool to have that sort of dedication to a band. But you can like. It's okay. It's okay to like other music. It's okay to like other bands.
Don't be so damn reverent,
That's
y'all.
the thing in America. I think the thing in America is that people just stay kind of pigeonholed in their thing. And
Yeah.
I even experienced it back in the '80s, like when I liked rock and progressive music and stuff like that. And the Cars came out. Some of my rock friends were like, "You like that crap?" And you listen to the Cars songs now; they write some fucking great songs.
Absolutely.
And, but people over in Europe, like our friend Johnny D plays with Dora Pesch over in Germany. The Dora from Germany, and the audiences that he plays to, it's crazy. He plays in like 80,000 seat or outdoor festivals, and then he comes back here and he's playing at a club that holds 150.
Yeah,
It's like,
big difference.
And that's the thing. There's a festival every day in England.
Yeah.
There's something about the music, and if it's summertime, there's a festival. It could be anything for any reason, and there's going to be a lot of people there enjoying the music. And it's like, you know, there has to be something major going on to have a festival in the States. And there has to be, the tickets have to be $12,000, and you have to, you know.
Yeah, you got to be mega rich here to get a ticket.
Yeah, have a certain, you know.
All right, so I don't get behind the 8 ball here. I want to go to your next song, Pretty in Pieces. Yeah. Give me a quick rundown.
It's just another heavy track that actually the inspiration for it was the TV show Dexter.
Ah, all right, cool.
And I got into marathoning Dexter for a little while, and I
Love
was like,
Dexter.
you know, how cool of a story is that? You know, how could I portray some character like that? And then Patrick and I started working on some lyrical things and, you know, some of the musical things. And
you actually got to cut a body up. You really do.
It's a love song.
It's a love song.
It's a love story.
All right, cool, man. Pretty in Pieces.
Shadows fading, our time is waiting. Black temptations, sweet frustrations. get back home. I'm a loner, but I'm never alone. She gets me locked and loaded, loaded, loaded. 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 The kiss is like a scorpion sting. Must have been some kind of crazy love thing. Doing all I can to get back home. I'm a loner, but I'm never alone. She gets me locked and loaded, loaded, loaded. She gets me locked and loaded, loaded, loaded. She gets me locked and loaded, loaded, loaded. She gets me locked and loaded, loaded, loaded.
Hey, this is The Edge. We're here tonight with Blanco Diablo, man. Awesome show so far. Thank you again, guys, for coming in. We have to go into our next sponsor. She's a lovely young lady, and it's called Charlotte's Home Detailing. She is what you call the affordable perfectionist. If you need your home organized, cleaned, residential and commercial work, she's unbelievable. Really nice girl. Give her a call at 856-870-9837. She's a good chick. Call her. Joe, is there any deals?
I think if you mention the Edge, she will. When she does the the first deep cleaning of the place, it's 20% off.
Joe, say deep cleaning again, but slower.
She asked me to keep the commercials a little cleaner.
All right, I'm sorry.
They've gone in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, as soon as I say deep cleaning, you're all over that. Yeah, but 20% off if you mention the Edge.
All right. I'll try to be good now. I'll pull my zipper back up. All right. So now we're back with the band. How you doing, guys? Everything going all right?
Doing everybody we can.
All right. What I want to know, and I want you to tell my viewing and listening audience, where can we find any and all information on you guys?
The black market.
Go down the list, man.
Just go. Actually, if you go to the website, it's blancodiablomusic.com, and then from there you can get the links to Facebook, Twitter. Check out our Reverb Nation page. From there, I think it's reverbnation.com/Blanco Diablo. So check it out, man. Just if you just want to go to Google and type in Blanco Diablo, you should see everything. We got the CD up on Amazon, iTunes, so it's out there.
You got more than a couple cool videos on
Yeah, if you want to see our ugly mugs, you can go to YouTube, and there's 3 full-on videos for one combination, the other Pretty in Pieces, and the third being Monsters. And then we've got a bunch of live stuff up there you can check out.
And it's definitely really good stuff. That's shot well. You can see it good. Everything sounds good, man. I've seen them. I'm going to jump right into another song, guys. Walk On. Give me a little rundown. What do we got?
Walk On is another sort of Ozzy-ish, Sabbathy sort of heavy rock vibe. It's just pedal to the floor and kick-ass rock tune.
Cool. Yeah. Walk On. Hey, we're back with The Edge with Blanco Diablo. Awesome album, guys, so far, man. Everything's going really good.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome, man. Definitely like the sound.
Thank
you. Had a little tidbit for them the last 2 songs?
Yeah, for any of the guitar heads out there, the cool thing about that song and one coming up from the previous record called Last Goodbye, I was playing, Chris, the producer, had a guitar that Yngwie Malmsteen gave him as a gift, as one of his yellow Strats or whatever, and it was a lot of fun to play it on that song, and or both of those songs, the solos. And the interesting thing about it was Chris had these stickers on it to remind Yngwie when he would get out of control.
Yeah.
One said "Be nice," and the other one said "Simmer down." Was that right? So
Simmer down now.
yeah.
Definitely. A couple quick things I want to run through. You guys had a song on NFL games, right? The
Yep.
Speed Channel, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just let everybody know. You guys, you're not messing around. You got a good whoever your PR.
Honestly, man, it's been kind of crazy because a lot of it was like just pure dumb luck, and then
But I mean, even a song in The Punisher.
yeah,
I mean that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean,
you know.
and a lot of it was just sheer hard work and a lot of luck, honestly, and then. So we're thankful for everything, little thing that comes our way like that, and I think if the music didn't stand up, we wouldn't have those opportunities.
No,
So
I mean especially with the Speed Channel and NFL Films.
yeah, so it makes us really proud.
Definitely, man.
We're super
NFL
proud.
Films is right around here. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, they're right in Cherry Hill.
It's 20 minutes from here.
no.
Yeah, well, it's Matt Laurel. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole location's there, but for you guys to get some stuff there, they're a serious operation. That shoots
Yeah, the
documentaries.
funny thing about that was we were coming back from a gig in Atlanta, and my then sister-in-law called me on the phone. She goes, "The Carolina Panthers game is on, and they're playing Minnesota Vikings right now, and I just heard you on TV." And I was like, "Are you joking?" And she was like, "No, they just played you guys at halftime." I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
I
"Oh
think
my
you really
God."
said, "Are you shitting me?"
And we were all screaming like little girls in the van. It was kind of so.
Well, that gets me to your next question. When I read in your bio that you guys the song "Fix Me Again"
Yeah,
was getting heavy rotation on the radio.
yeah.
What did that, just for everybody out there like who's not a musician, what did that feel like the first time you heard your music on the radio, man? I mean, what does that give you?
I have a few moments of that. I have a few moments of that, and it's cool. It's cool to hear your record on the radio. Absolutely,
Yeah.
Hands down. I love it. I love it. However, when we were plugging the first record, we our label's like, make sure you can plug it, do whatever you need to do, get it out there, blah blah blah. So we decided we were going to go to one of the more upscale strip clubs in Charlotte. And we went to the strip club. We got in. We went to the DJ. We gave him a copy of the record. We said, "Here's 9 Lives. Put it on." He listened to it for a minute, and he goes, "That's awesome. I'll throw it on." Now that is a feeling that I'll never forget.
yeah.
When this blonde comes out and takes her shirt off to a song that you've written.
You've hit the kingdom.
That's a little bit different than
Definitely,
radio.
definitely.
I felt something at that point.
It was magical.
And it
Made
felt
feelings rise.
good. It felt warm and fuzzy, and I'm like, please do that again.
Just one more time.
My trousers became tight. It was.
But that's a surreal moment. So whenever you hear your
Definitely.
music and people, gravitate towards it, it's always cool.
Which is just, I mean, neat. I always tell Joe and everybody we have come in here, just to see somebody out in the audience singing your words back to you, or just that feeling is just unbelievable. It's definitely
We
good.
tell Alex too. I just want to say it's not the same with our
No, it's not the same. My buddy Alex, who usually does the show with me, he got stuck in an escalator, and he's over in the Chamonix Mall right now. He fixes
Black
elevators
Friday.
for a living. It's all flat on one side now. That's what he does. He's stuck in an elevator or something.
He called me earlier. He was really bummed that he couldn't come in.
Yeah, I know. He was.
with
He
you guys,
called
yeah.
bitching to me all day.
Oh man.
And I
I
would
think
have
we
seen
should
him
hit
guys.
another song there, Jay.
Yeah, let's hit another song. We're gonna do that. Last Goodbye.
Yeah.
Are we doing Last Goodbye last, or are we going to do Killing King?
What do you want to do? It's a number either track 4 or track 7 first. What do you want to do?
I got track 7 up.
Let's do Killing Kings.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
do
cool.
that because that's the Punisher.
The Punisher movie song.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's roll with it, Mr. DeLuco. Hey, welcome back to The Edge. I just wanted to give our quick plugs real quick. You can catch out The Edge on Reverb Nation Facebook every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. on PhillyRockRadio.com. Every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. on DigitalRevolutionRadio.com. And for any and all your recording and just awesome work done, contact Why Me Recording Studios. Ask for little Joey DeLuca. Joe, what phone number?
856-435-4093. Thank you for that spectacular plug.
Joe, no problem. Also, what do you call it? We will be available on with our very own YouTube channel. It'll be The Edge TV. And the guy we got recording that is from Studio 302 Productions. And you can reach them at Studio 302 Productions at here we go. Studio 302 Productions at .wix.com. Check them out.
Yeah, Dustin's
any kind of video work you need, Mr. Dustin.
Brilliant.
Awesome job. Now, for you gentlemen, run down that list of places where we can find your information and where we can see you guys.
Check out BlancoDiabloMusic.com for all the latest and greatest news and updates on the band. And from there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube with all of our videos on there. We're on Amazon, iTunes. Get on Google, type in Blanco Diablo, you'll find us. Yes, anywhere online.
From The Edge, from Joe DeLuca, from me, I want to thank you guys, from Dustin.
Guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys so much taking your time out. I know you guys are busy.
Thank you so much.
This is an awesome interview, man. I loved it. I think it's one of our best ones so far.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nate.
No bullshitting you. And we're going to ride out with one more song, The Last Goodbye.
Apropos.
Oh my God, that warms my heart.
See, we set you up.
You did. You set me up.
Beginning.
Joe DeLuca played a goddamn song. All right, we love you. Thank you out there, The Edge.
Thank you, guys.
Slither up inside away.
Efsane gardiyanı Grisis'in kızıyım.
Lale, Rosa nerede adamın derim